regarding SAP FICO consultant position, what generally the consultant will do in a company or in your organization. And can you please record the session if it is possible? I think Safi is already started. Okay. So generally here I have given one slide. So it is completely related to FICO roles. So what exactly we need to perform activities in the real time. So as a FICO consultant, so everything today I will gonna explain. And here, so the key responsibilities, SAP FICO roles can be classified as strategic, operational, implementation, troubleshooting, training, document, MIS reports, financial, people. So these are all we can classify. And here in this screen, we have given SAP FICO roles completely, what we need to perform in the company as a FICO consultant, and in which areas we need to work as a implementation project, what we need to do in support project. So what is our roles and responsibilities? So whom to report, and so will you be considered as a IT guy or any functional, any end user? So once you join into this once you join into any organization, you will be treated as an IT guy. Okay. So FICO roles can be classified as a strategic, operational, implementation, troubleshooting, training, documentation, MIS, financial, people. So these are all areas we need to work. So what exactly the strategic? So strategy is the plan. Okay, so it's a plan of action, what we need to do. So how we need to give the report to the respective managers and delivery persons. So here it is called as a strategic, how we need to gather the business requirement from the client. So this is the main task. Okay. So first thing is we need to gather gather complete business requirement from the client, and for that we need to plan and we need to do some actions from our end, and we need to set up different meetings with the client. So all this stuff will be covered in the strategic level. Strategy is just like a plan, how we can arrive to the business users, what information we need to get, how we can make a plan. So what are the business requirements that we need to gather? So these are all stuff we need to know as a FICO consultant. Okay, so this is the prime role. And also we need to identify and we need to suggest the end users and business that, so what are the enhancements are required, and how we can do the customizations and all. So how we can improve the methods and process, and how we can perform. So to provide integration solutions and etc. Okay, so these are all things will be in the strategic level. So in the operational level, next thing is the requirement gathering and design. So we need to gather the information from the client. This is our main task. Once you gather the information from the client, then we need to identify what are the gaps. So gap in the sense, what is the client information, and this is information is exactly in the SAP or not, or anything we need to do some customization from our side. See, all the options are available in SAP, then there is no problem, because it depends upon the different organization. Let's say insurance company has one requirement, banking company has one requirement, and the financial statement preparation is also different. So standards and everything is different, right? So SAP has already given entire solution in the sense how to provide, how to make the financial statement for the requirement. For this is our requirement. For that, all options are available in SAP or not. So that's if it is not there, if it is any new thing we come across, for that we need to do some developments also. For that we need to contact the ABAPers, because ABAPers will know technical knowledge. So we are a functional consultant. So we need to connect to the ABAPers for the acquiring the technical knowledge, and the issue should be resolved based on the their involvement and your involvement. That is two aspects that we we will going to learn in the coming soon. So requirement gathering is a very important aspect, and
Hello,
I will
Chan.
tell. Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you please differentiate between technical consultants and functional consultants?
Yeah, okay. So generally, functional consultant means we should aware the functional knowledge. Okay, so how to process the payments, how to process the payments and how to clear the payments, how to book the invoices. So this is completely end user aspects. We are functional consultant one side. That means we know the end user aspects as well as we know the technical aspects. So technical means some configuration related things we should aware, but we don't know the coding knowledge, right? So we don't know the programming, how to do programs and customization. These are all things will be done by the ABAPers.
Okay.
ABAPers.
So basically,
So
AVAPers, technical
yeah,
consultant.
coding, decoding, so whatever applicable that is related to technical related aspects. We are functional consultant in the sense we studied finance and accounts. We know very well about what is accounts payables, receivables, asset accounting, withholding tax, and all the details. But technical people doesn't know what is the accounts payable, receivable, this stuff. Okay, so they know the technical related issues and they will easily resolve that part. ABAPers. Okay, so you should aware the programming and coding knowledge. So these are all requirement for the ABAPers. But our requirement is more than the ABAPers because based on our requirement they will do. So first preference should be FICO consultant.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, Chanu.
Yeah. So here requirement gathering means we first and foremost thing we need to gather the business requirement. Okay, for implementation project or any kind of issues. So first we need to gather the business requirement and then we need to map into SAP system because at the time of implementation all the data in not in SAP. Okay, so now the company wants to implement SAP all the data into SAP first time. I mean they have some data in Excel sheet, okay, and some other ERPs and whatever maybe. So now all the data should be in SAP. Then it is implementation. That means it is first time activity. So first time the company wants to implement SAP. So earlier it is not done. For that implementation project will be comes into picture. I will explain what is implementation, what is support project and all in the later stages. So right now just understand the concept. So what is the business requirement? Business requirement is just like the company's complete information. Okay. So yeah, whether it is related to GR or AP or AR, asset accounting or whatever, maybe it is related to controlling areas, controlling part also. So all the information we need to gather and we need to implement. Okay. So as is just like a client information. So whatever the data is with client, that is called as is information. So to be is just like what we do in SAP, that is called as a to be document. Okay. So as is just like a complete business information about the client. So that is the prime task. Okay. So we need to collect the as is information. Based on that, we need to do some configuration that is called as a to be. Okay. And gather requirements on expected process, understand current process and document. So expected process means it's a future information. Okay, understand the current process means complete current information. So this is as is and as is the current process and expected is the to be. Okay, so we need to analyze what is the difference between the as is and the to be. That means what is the client information and what is the future information that is called as SAP. So all the client information that we can map into SAP or not. Any gaps are there that we need to identify. So that is called as a gap analysis. Okay, in going forward, I will tell what is gap analysis and what is as is and what is to be in the project side. So just understand the concept right now. So what it is completely new terminology to you guys. Just make sure that so what is the terminology that we are come across in the SAP point of view. Okay. So develop project plan for implementation. So how we can implement, there should be on plan. Okay. So there is the data in the somewhere and you want to implement entire the data into SAP. You want to migrate entire data from legacy system to SAP. Then, so what is the action plan that we need to do? So these are all things is called as a requirement gathering and also making
Tell me
design.
what is a legacy system?
So legacy is out of from the scope from the SAP.
Okay.
Any other way the data is in any other Excel sheet, legacy, any other place.
So
Okay.
like any other software other than Excel.
Yeah.
Any other software like Excel and Tally and every stuff.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Tally. The Tally is not an ERP. Okay. Tally is not an
okay,
ERP. It's a
okay,
software only. So ERP, I will tell you. So I didn't give any basic sessions right now. I'm directly going to the main topic because you all guys little bit experienced. So if I want to make it another way, then I will start from the scratch. That means what is SAP and what is ERP. No problem. Tomorrow session I will cover. So I don't want to make the things very complicated, but it should be real time. What we need to do. I'm directly entering into the topic. Okay. So I'm just I don't want to explain the basic stuff. What is SAP and all. So if you want to know more about tomorrow, I will take. Okay. It is just like important area. That is the reason today the first class I'm taking. Okay. So as a functional consultant, what you need to do? So first thing is requirement gathering and design, and then is implementation. Okay. So what is implementation? So implementation means when the company wants to implement SAP first time. Okay, so that means the data is not in SAP, some other where. For that, so what are the things we need to do and which methodologies are there to implement it? What SAP requires? Okay, so for ECC 6.0 version, so right now we are in S4 HANA Finance 1909. This is the latest version, of course. But generally, almost all of the companies in India, 70% of companies still using ECC and HANA 30%. So ECC 70%. So in US, almost all of the companies migrate into S4 HANA. So that is different point. So here, what are the methodologies will be there? ECC generally recommends SAP ECC. For ECC, you need to implement any implement. I mean, to do any implementation, SAP methodology. SAP recommends. For S4 HANA, so if you are starting first time, then greenfield methodology. And if you want to migrate the data from ECC to S4 HANA, this is also one project. Okay, so upgrade project. Okay, so for that brownfield methodology should be recommended. So there are some agile methodology, and so there are different methodologies will be there. Okay, but here ECC for ECC 6.0 version SAP recommends SAP methodology. Okay, so what is SAP methodology and all I will cover in the going forward. And in the implementation, what we need to do, first thing is we need to gather the information. Okay, that is called as analyze the information, and we need to design. Okay, and we need to construct and test and implement. So these are all things will be covered in the implementation project. Okay, so first we need to gather the information from the client. Okay, and after that we need to prepare some business blueprints. Okay, so the business blueprints related to as is and to be. As is just like client information related blueprints, and to be is what we need to do in SAP, that is to be. Okay, so, and after that, so you need to map into SAP. So once the documents are there, then you need to map entire information into SAP. So that is called as a, 1 minute, that is map into information into SAP, and that is called as a construction stage. Okay, and test means whatever the things you are doing in SAP. So for that you need to do some testing. Okay, so everything is okay or not, and final delivery should be made to business users. Okay, so first thing is we need to analyze the design, construct, and test. Right, so these are all things will be covered in the implementation project. If any enhancements are required, any developments, new things. Okay, any enhancements, any developments are required, that should be part of implementation. And after implementation also, sometimes I mean, once the project is gone to go live, that means the end user will be starting working. Okay, so that time also, if any requirement is new, then we need to do some developments and enhancements also. Okay, and so this is the basic stuff. related to implementation and all. Okay, so for implementation, there are several kind of methodologies are there for as for HANA, greenfield methodology, brownfield methodology, and for ECC, agile methodology, and SAP methodology. Okay, so it is just like how we need to transfer information from some legacy system to SAP and what we need to do in SAP. These are all stuff will be covered under these methodologies. So this is the action plan. And the second thing is troubleshooting. Troubleshooting in the sense once the project is moved to go live, then we need to perform some activities. Okay. So we should be part of support project. So where we need to resolve the issues, all the kind of issues will be resolved in the support project. Okay. So this is also SAP FICO consultant role. Sometimes the consultant will be part of implementation for actually 12 months to 18 months. Okay. So max implementation is up to 18 months or 16 months. We cannot say the time duration and all. So it depends upon the company size and the business. So troubleshooting in the sense once the end user has raised any issue, so he is facing any technical issue, any configuration related issue, so he is giving improper inputs. So this is one kind of issue, right? So that time we need to assist the end user, and for that he will raise the tickets. So we will work on tickets. I will tell what is support project and all. So just to understand basic stuff here. Today, just like to know more about the terminology, okay, in SAP. So we need to, he will raise the tickets, okay. So that means he got any issue while posting any entries, okay. So that time we need to resolve the issues by taking screens and etc. etc. So this is called as a troubleshooting, means we need to identify whether this ticket is related to ours or FICO related or any other person. Okay, that is the first and foremost thing. Our activity is to identify which kind of issue, whether it is related to AP issue or AR issue or CO issue, then we can perform entire FICO issue. Whether it is related to any other kind of issue, then we should forward this ticket to a respective team. Okay, so and before forwarding this ticket to respective team, we just sent an email to them. Okay, so this is just like troubleshooting, and so identify the issue and we need to provide solution. So these are all part will be covered under the troubleshooting. And so once I'm going to explain the support project, then so you will be going to understand what exactly the troubleshooting and all. So just now for the time being, so understand what is troubleshooting and all. So we need to fix the issues. It is called as fixing, not match fixing. It's a issue analysis, and how we can fix the issue. Okay, training. As a FICO consultant, we need to provide training to the end users. That is our main task. Okay, that is our prime aim, because the training is very vital for the end users. Without having training, so they will do many mistakes. So we are consultant. That means we should aware entire process, whether it is related to end user part or consulting or configuration related thing, any technical even. So we are the persons. We should aware entire modules also, because FI is completely integrated with the different modules, module, SD module, PP module. So providing training to the end user is a very important aspect, and sometimes it is also called as a project. Okay, let's say for example, as for HANA. Okay, so people doesn't know how to post the entries in Fury. Okay, this is one of the app. So you can post the entries through mobile also nowadays. Okay, so tablet also. So if you have access, then you can provide, you can post any entries from the tablet and mobiles. Okay. So for that, if any training is required, and so as a SAP FICO consultant, so your role should be involved to provide training. Okay. And document and compliance. For training, we should have some documents, right? So for KT and all. So if you join into any company, so we should have some KT documents, right? So all these KT documents should be required to provide training to the end users. Okay. So these are all things, compliance, etc., etc. These are also part of training. Okay, so we need to maintain some, I mean, so company's policies and. So what is the company policy regarding with respect of documents? Why these documents are required? Because of audit purpose. All the auditors will come and check. So what are the documents you have maintained or not? Okay, even if you are moving the TR to respect to TR means transport request. What exactly TR and all I will share. So everything we need to be noted down and we will have some documentation. So without having any documentation, it should be very difficult for the company, because if any audit issues happen in the share market, so their share value will be drastically decreased. Okay, it is also happened. So any audit objections is there. If auditor is given red mark, then what happened? So the company's reputation will gone, right? In the share market, if the company reputation is gone, then no shareholder will invest money into that company. So if the audit objections are more, that is the reason the company should take proper action, right? And providing MIS report, this is also part of FICO consultant. So MIS reports, what exactly management information related reports that we need to provide to management. Okay, so how many issues we have resolved, what is the developments we have done, what are the enhancements we have done. So anything new thing we come across, so everything we need to provide in a document, in a PPTs. Okay, and provide training, people management. That means you will have to provide training to your end user as well as your juniors also. So this is also part of FICO consultant role. So if you have any further questions, then you can ask me right now. This is a basic session. So I will explain this topic in 5 or 10 minutes to complete this session. I mean, to complete this chapter. Any questions?
Everything is clear, Chanu.
Everything is clear, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. For the time being, I will explain another 5 minutes what exactly, because one or two guys are, I think is, what is name? Uh, Trinad. Trinad is, I think, is completely new. So that is the reason I will make this concept very simple right now. So just I explain the terminology. So what is exact role of SAP FICO consultant is? So we should be part of implementation. We should be part of support project, and we should be part of testing, and we should be part of providing training to the end user, and we should be part of providing MIS reports to the management. Okay, that's it. So what is implementation? Implementation. So there are different kind of methodologies are there for EC 6.0. So this is old version. S4 HANA is the latest version. For EC 6.0, SAP recommends SAP methodology. What is SAP methodology, and all I will cover later. Okay. So and agile methodology for S4 HANA, greenfield methodology, brownfield methodologies, and many methodologies are there. Okay. So why implementation? Because all of our data in some other way, okay, and the legacy system. Now the data will move to SAP. The company doing this activity first time. So then it is called as implementation. If the company has already data in SAP and they want to create another legal entity or a legal company code, so that is different. It's already there. Okay, that is not an implementation. Implementation means whenever the company start business first time. Okay. So for that, what we need to do, we need to collect the information from the business. That is our prime task. So for that, we should have a plan. So this is second task. So plan in the sense, what are the strategic actions that we need to approach to get the information from the business users. Okay. So that is the plan. How to deliver the information to the management. So this is the action. Okay. So planning is very important to gather the information from the business. This is called as strategic. So operational, that means all the requirement information. What is the client requirement? What is his expectation? How we can reach the expectations into reality? Okay, that is called as a operational. Okay, so here, so let's say if you are following SAP methodology, some stages will be there. Okay, So where, so how it starts from planning and it end with go live. Okay. So what is the plan and how, what is in the plan? They say that so we need to gather the information and we need to prepare the business blueprints because everything should be documented, right? So once it is documented, then we need to apply entire information into business, entire information into ERP. ERP is just like SAP. All the information should be migrated to S4 HANA or ECC. Okay. And testing. So whatever the configurations, whatever the construction says, this is just like construction. Okay, you constructed, but whether is there any problem in future? So who will? So for that we need to test, right? So here also we need to do some testing. Okay. So testing is also part of SAP FICO consultant. And once you done implementation and once you done requirement of, I mean in the implementation, all these things will be covered, requirement, business information requirement, and doing configuration and doing testing. So these are all stuff will be covered under the implementation. Okay. So for that you need to gather entire information from the client. That is our main task. And troubleshooting, this word comes under the support project. Once you are moving to any support project, there you will have to do some troubleshoots. Okay, so different kind of tickets will come, and you will have to approach the end users. So what is the requirement and how to perform the requirement, how to fix the issue, so how to provide the solutions. Okay, how to give the suggestions to the end user. These are all stuff we cover under the troubleshooting area. So first we need to analyze whether this ticket is related to FI, CO, or any other person. Training. So training is also part of FICO consultant. We need to give entire training to the end users. That's it. So document and everything should be made according to the compliance, the company rules and company policy will be there. Based on that, all the documents should be gathered and placed in one place so that it should be available for the another persons who come into who directly new to this organization. So this is a compliance. Compliance, that means for internal audits, for external audits. So CS will come and do check whether all the information is correct or not, any information given wrongly or not. That is compliance we need to maintain, right? See, generally what is the requirement is you should have good communication in SAP FICO consult. If you are moving to SAP FICO consultant, then you should aware complete process and you should have good communication skills. And so these are all stuff. Excellent interpersonal communication skills, oral, written, listening skills, because we are getting information from the client. Okay, so we should communication in the sense it is not English. Okay, so the way we are communicating to the user, okay, it should be understandable or not. So that is that should be understandable, right? So once you are approaching to the end user, so you should aware what end user is saying and what you are saying to the end user. The same thing both can be mutually understand.
Chanu?
Yeah.
Basically, what kind of training the end user actually they want to know? This is the configuration part or what kind of thing?
End user doesn't know any configuration part. Okay, so he knows only solution. Okay, from because whatever the issue. So let's say he is posting the entry, but he is getting one technical error. He doesn't know. He doesn't know about the technical glitch. So he will directly go to the portal and raise the ticket. Okay. So the ticket once come to your portal. So you need to assign the ticket into your name or any other name. Then you will have to talk with the end user. What is the issue? Can you please share the screen? Okay. He will share the screen and share the that error screenshot also. So based on that, you will have to resolve the issues. So that is one kind of solution. And suggestion is just like a user is giving wrong inputs. Okay, he is taking wrong inputs, but that is the reason he is not able to post any entries. So then he will contact you. Okay, so he will contact you. So what is the, so how, so can you please suggest me, this entry is not posting right now. So please provide me any suggestions or, so then you can provide. This is one kind of suggestion. Issue resolving, for that we need to take, I mean, we should tickets will be there. Based on the ticket severity and priority, we will work on it.
That means end user is like a front-end worker.
Sorry?
End user is just like a front-end worker. We are consultants is a back-end worker.
Yes. End user is just like, end user, what end user do, he will prepare financial statements. So he will keep on posting the entries. Okay, he will give the reports and all. So if the business activity is disturbed, that means any technical glitch has come, then he will approach to us. We are from the backend side. Okay, we are technically, so we called it as a technical, but we are not technical. Okay.
We are not directly participated on the transaction, like we just supported the end user.
Yeah, we will support the end user. That is support project. Okay, so once the project move to the go live, that stage support project will comes into picture. But before that, so we need to do implementation. Okay, so we need to do all testing and posting entries and etc. Everything. Then we will give the system to the end user. Then end user will post the entries.
In the meanwhile, we also give the training to the end user also.
Yeah, in the meanwhile, we need to provide training to the end users also. Correct? So here internal means understand the business requirement. Okay, what is the client business requirement? And we need to identify what is the integration. So what is the integration means SAP FI, the core aim of FI is to prepare the financial statements. Okay. So financial statements in the sense preparation of balance sheet and profit and loss account. Okay. So SAP FI is linked with another modules, material management. Okay. Because the closing stock valuation is required, right? For that we need to contact MM people. And sales and distribution, what is the revenue and all, who will provide? So there is separate team is there, SD team and MM team, PP team, production planning. So SAP FI is completely almost related with the entire modules. FI is linked with HR module also because all employees cost, okay, labor cost will be calculated from the HR module. HR module, all the employees details will be there where hours, whatever how many hours you have worked based on that, so your salary will be decided, right? So this is also labor costing. Okay.
When it is happen, integration means every monthly or
link. FI is linked with the entire modules.
When it was happened means every time it was already linking, or every financial year we have to link the FI to MM, FI to SD.
No. From your side, you will do your activities. From MM side, they will do their activities. Okay. So FI, so whatever the configurations is required, that things you will do from your end only. MM people will do what is the stock, etc., material creation and etc. They will do their side. So these are all integrated module. SAP is a integrated, and that means it's completely linked with the one on all modules. Okay. So you won't do anything. So you just give the inputs to the SAP. That's it. And resolving SAP related issues from the finance team in the sense users, end users, and budget supporting, incident management and solutions. So what exactly incident management? It's a kind of tickets handling. Okay, so what are the tickets will come, everything I will tell in the support project. So MIS reports, providing training to the end users, we just covered these things. Okay. So this is the end of the topic. So if you have still questions with respect of this topic, this is the right time you can ask me. Anything? Okay. 1 minute, please. I have one message. Okay. And what's the time right now? 38 minutes. So we have another 15 minutes session. So this is a basic session, guys, just like what exactly SAP FICO consultant will do in real time, and what is SAP screen. So this is SAP screen. Okay, here one is end user screen, and this is in this place end user will post the entries. Okay, 1 minute. So here it's not there. 1 minute. What happened? This too. Okay, okay, I got it. It's a S4 HANA. Okay. That is the reason it's not showing anything. Okay, this is the front end. Okay, just understand that this is the front end. This means here, if the end user wants to post any entries, directly here financial accounting option will be there, where he directly go, and whether it is related to AP related, then he will pick and choose AP, ER. So any kind of FI related he will perform. So any entries, okay, entries means booking the invoice and clearing the entries, reporting, etc., etc. Everything will be done from the front end side. And there is one more side is there, that is back end SPRO. You need to use this transaction code SPRO. Okay, enter, and here it is SAP reference ING, and just double click on this and go to financial accounting. Okay, so this will be there in front end, but it is S4 HANA. So all the individual activities will be performed from the Fury app. Okay, that is the reason it's not available here. But anyhow, let's check it out. It will be there. So this is the back end. Okay, if any issues relating to any technical glitch or anything you wanted to make clear, then you can go to financial accounting. This is back end side. Okay, it's a configuration part. So here entire things you can find. Okay, general ledger is there, bank accounting is there, accounts payable, receivable. So if it is related to accounts payable related issue, then you will have to come in this place. Okay, vendor accounts, master data related issues or anything. So here this is a backend screen. SAP consultant will have the access. So end user do not have any access for this screen. Okay, they have only the front end access. So this code SPRO, special project reference objective, SPRO, this screen end user doesn't have access. Okay, SPRO is special project reference objective. Yeah.
You have both access for SPRO at the same time. This individual thing also we can see, we can have
don't
access.
have access to end user related. Even we cannot book the entries in front end side. Okay, so we cannot book in the production. So generally landscapes will be there. What is exactly landscape and all I will cover the later sessions. Just understand that the landscape. Okay, today just understand what is landscape. So we have generally landscape in SAP landscape. One is development, okay, quality, production, pre-production, sandbox. Okay, these are all landscape. We do not have access to production. So entire access we have. Okay, but in production we don't have access because so only end user activities will be performed by the finance accountants and costing accountants. So users only. We cannot do anything in the production. So but we have a display access. Okay, let's say for example I want to check anything related to FBL1N, any vendor related open item. Okay, FBL1N, then we can come and we have this access. Okay, the T code access is there. So if you want to check, so what is this T code and all, see the T code is FBL1N. Okay, and what is the program? This program is technical related. Okay, this will be created by the developers. Okay, user who is posting the entry, who is reviewing the entry. So this is a user. Client, tomorrow I will explain what is client and all. Right. So we don't have any access to book any vendor invoices and clearing any vendor invoices or anything. We have only display access. That means we can see only, we can display the transactions only, but we cannot see anything in the we cannot post anything in the front end screen. Okay. So if any technical glitch is occurred, then we can just go to SPRO. Okay. So any configuration related issues, then we can check it out in this place. This is backend screen. Okay. So, but this access end user doesn't have, right? And this is the basic session, guys. If you have anything, if you want to know anything more about today's session, so just ask me.
Chanu, is it possible to show us the real-time landscape and how the ticket has come and how we just assign them and just or reassign with someone? Can we?
Yeah, that one generally another tool will be there. See, SAP, the tickets won't come. Okay, service now, and some other tools will be there. The portals will be there. Okay, so where the tickets will, and also you will have like this mails will be there. So once the ticket has been come, then one mail will automatically pop up into this message. Okay, and you can also see that information in the service now, etc. Right? Yeah. Any further questions?
Tomorrow, can you show us the? Is it possible to show us how the portal?
No, I cannot show because I don't have access to that one, right? So service now, etc. So in my office system I have, but I cannot show that one.
Okay.
See, service now is a tool.
Yeah, I understand, but
Yeah, but how can I show that one? So service now is a tool, okay? So that we cannot show here. It's SAP. I have only SAP access. I do not have any service now tool access. So just download any service now demo model from this Google. If anyone is providing, just download and check it out. Demo. Any other further questions?
that's okay.
So, Saif, did you get the class right? So, what I am saying today?
Yes, I'm totally clear today.
100% clear, crystal clear?
Crystal clear.
Okay, then, no problem. Okay, tomorrow, see, we will go little by little, okay? So I won't cover entire things in one day. Okay, so today we have learned something. So this is just like what we have learned. It is completely FICO roles. Okay, if anyone asks you, so what is FICO consultant role? Then you can able to answer, right? FICO consultant is role is not restricted to only single activity. So it is to many activities that we need to perform in real times, right? So first and foremost thing I have taken this session only relating to FICO roles because people generally start from the scratch. So what is SAP and what is ERP? So I don't want to share that basic information right now. This is will not be useful even. But anyhow, tomorrow I will give from the scratch. Okay. So today's session it is just like little bit advanced comparing to the comparing to that basic sessions what we are generally cover, right? Okay, then
Okay.
tomorrow we'll get back to you on the same time. So
Oh,
let's
Chanu, can you please share all the documents related to the
yeah,
study
this
details?
document is nothing, okay. So I
No,
will
no,
share
no.
you, okay, no
Like
worries.
the entire document.
No, entire
Like
documents I cannot
study.
share right now. Okay, so if I
Okay.
share entire documents, you will be in confused. Oh, yeah. So what exactly this one? I will so today. I just shared the basic document which I covered. Okay, focus only the topic. Okay,
No, I
don't
actually
be
wanted to
hurry or
get a
don't be in
printout
rush.
of
Okay.
the. No, I
Yeah, only
actually
the
wanted
basic.
to get a printout of the documents. So
Sorry, I didn't get you.
present it
Come
myself.
again.
I actually wanted to get all the documents for the printout purpose. I have difficulty reading in soft copy.
So printout documents that we cannot share anywhere. Printout documents that should be not made. Okay, only PPTs like that. See, these are all so many documents will be there. Okay, how you can print out? So let's say, so these are all documents, okay. It's not the intermediate or degree classes. So in real time, there should not any printout documents in the company. Only folders will be there, and in the folder PPT and Excel and what we call Word files. Okay, and these things will be there. Okay, so there is no printout documents. So how many printouts you will do? So sorry, if you're doing printouts, at least it should be around 10,000. Okay, because some documents has pages around 5,000, 500, 600. So don't print out. Okay, just you should adapt this kind of training. Okay, in real time, everything should be in PPT. Okay, and PDF files and Word files, Excel files only.
Chanu,
Yeah.
suppose once we get in the job, so first time what should we do? We will go and then after the credential we get from the company. Then what kind of information we need to get the blueprint? We need to read the stuff, and first, what kind of preparation we need to do?
See, once joined into company, what are the activities we need to do, right? This is the question you wanted to ask me.
Yeah, activities and what kind of preparation to get in and
So once you join into company, so everything will be informed by your manager and your teammates. So whoever they will directly connect you, okay? Because you don't know what is your login credentials, right? So first and foremost thing is you need to get the access. This one access is important, okay? So for that they will give you some links or they will give you some contact numbers. You will have just you connect to respective persons to get the login credential access, and then share folders will be there, okay, and some links will be shared. So there are different kinds of links will be there with respect of whether particular company. So let's say service now access. This is one kind of link, okay, and if the document storage place, they should have one link. So whatever the links are applicable, they will share. So these
And
things I will
also,
explain. Okay, don't
Chanu,
worry,
and
don't be
should also,
rush, don't be hurry. Today is just like a basic session. Okay, so one by one, learn one by one, and don't be rush. So everything you can easily understand, no problem.
Chanu,
Yeah.
what you will be doing in the company will also be dependable on what job role you are assigned, like implementation, migration, or support role, right?
See, you see once you are attending any interview, that time so entire job profile will be there or not.
Yeah, it should be there.
Okay, that will.
Then you should aware that so which kind of project exactly it is. So what is the client requirement expectations? Okay, based on that they will assign. Got it? Okay, any other?
No, step by step.
See, I'm expecting only the questions which is not scope from this topic. Only the question that you can ask me from the today's topic only. Because don't skip the today's topic, okay? So in the next session tomorrow I will cover many topics, okay? So today topic is just like a basic session what efforts your consultant will do. Okay, so I mean, whatever the questions you are asking completely relevant, of course, but I'm not far ahead comparing to the current topic. So real time, what we need to do, I will take another section. It is around 30 to 40 minutes. That is the reason I told you don't be rushed. You can ask me the questions which is from the current topic only.
Sure.
Because you should be more confident. Okay. So once you have good grip on the present topic, so then we can go to the move when then we can move to the another topic. In going forward, there are many topics that you don't aware even. So it's a ocean, okay. So that is the reason. So everything we need to learn step by step and slowly in SAP. So people even learn all the entire SAP FICO, but they don't have proper knowledge on the course. What exactly? So if you ask any person, what efforts your consultant will do? So you just any SAP consultant or any training people even. So they can't answer in proper frequency. That is the reason. That is the problem exactly. So things which I'm explaining only focus on that part because I know very well how to make you into more depth one by one. Okay, so step by step. So that I cannot be move ahead from 1 to 5, 5 to 10. Okay, if I go like that, so the present topic uh, should be. And tomorrow I will explain what is S4 HANA Finance and what is S4 HANA, what is HANA. Okay, HANA is different, S4 HANA Finance is different. Okay, and what is SAP, what is ERP, and how many modules in SAP. Okay, and what are the versions are there. These are all stuff, basic stuff. Tomorrow I will cover. Okay, so that is one more 1 hour session. So entire I mean entire whatever you have, I mean completely you should know more about the things right today. The same thing will be covered in tomorrow, step by step. Okay. Okay, see you then. Tomorrow we will get back.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.